Is it a total piece of junk or not? That is the question. Hey guys, welcome back to the Bald Shredder channel. And yes, what we've got in here, guys, is my first guitar from Glarry in well over a year. And I got this because I was looking through eBay, looking at the guitar listings like I always am, and I saw some Glarrys. They always have some really cheap Glarrys. And this one with kind of a cool like graphic finish on it, only $65 with free shipping, which is even cheaper than what they have on their website. And you know, I'm kind of curious to see, have they improved the quality of their guitars at all or not? And real quick guys, before I open up this box and pull it out, if you could just do me a favor and reach down and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Thank you. All right, let's open it up and see if I even got the guitar that I ordered. Like, does it have the right finish on it, the right color? I don't know. I mean, for $65, like, what should I expect, guys, right? I shouldn't expect perfection, that's for sure. Let's see if I can even get the box open. Okay, got it out of the box. Now I'm gonna take off the cover here and see what we got. I mean, 65 bucks, right? Wow, you can't go wrong. Or can you? Let's see. I mean, it's a Glarry, so expectations aren't exactly high here, but you never know. Could be a diamond in the rough. And I really want to see, like I said, have they improved what they were, you know, from what they were doing like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, whatever. All right, guys, check it out. So you can see this is the one with like the skulls graphic, sort of the heavy metal looking Strat, I guess you could call it. That's why I picked this one. I'm gonna put my glasses on because I need to be able to take a closer look. Now the fretboard, see, here's the thing with the fretboard. On their website, they say that this is a rosewood fretboard. And when you look on the website, you can clearly see like kind of the brown shading of the fretboard that makes it look like real rosewood. And maybe that one in the picture was real rosewood. But this one looks like that tech wood, right? Engineered, like an engineered fretboard. And I'm not saying it's terrible, but it does not look or feel like real rosewood. Now the body, according to the description, says it is a one-piece basswood body. I don't know, hard to tell obviously because it's painted, but what I want to do real quick guys is I want to weigh it. It doesn't feel incredibly light because I thought it's going to be really super light. Because it'll be like candlenut wood or something. But it doesn't feel ridiculously light, so let's turn on the scale thingy here and give it a good weigh, if I can get it on. Alright, here we go. How many pounds is this thing? Wow, it's only 5.9 pounds, so pretty darn light. So I'm a little skeptical, if I could speak, I'm a little skeptical of it having a basswood body. But what do I know? All right, the next thing I want to check is like for sharp fret edges because Glarrys are notorious for having like really horrible fretwork. Not bad, not bad. Do the frets look dirty or grungy? Actually, surprisingly, no. Wow. I mean, I'm not saying that they're like super shiny and polished, but I've seen dirtier, grungier frets on guitars that were way more expensive than this. And it's got the standard Strat layout, guys. I mean, this is the inexpensive of the inexpensive, kind of bottom of the line, probably just about the cheapest Strat you can get. So it's got the white pickguard, the 3 single coil pickups, the volume, 2 tones, 5-way blade. You've got that really cheap vintage style bridge with the 6 screws. Now the neck profile, yeah, it's pretty much like the other Glarrys that I had, meaning it's a little on the chunky side, definitely not a thin neck. The frets, I mean, everything pretty much looks the same as the Glarrys I had a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It doesn't look like they've really changed anything as far as components, the way they're manufacturing these, all pretty much the same at this point. You can see you've got just, you know, the standard chrome tuners that I imagine are, you know, not super great. But the paint looks alright, guys. I mean, obviously, they're not painting this on. This is kind of like a print-on graphic. But still, I think it looks kind of cool. Now, the action is a little bit high, but I haven't tuned it up. I haven't checked to see if the neck is straight. I haven't adjusted the truss rod. Nothing like that yet. The nut, as suspected, like looks pretty cheap and crappy, like a white plastic nut. But again, for 65 bucks, I would expect nothing other than that. Now, in just a second here, guys, I am gonna plug it in, I'm gonna tune it up, and I'm gonna attempt to play it without adjusting anything, like right out of the box. But before I do that, I just wanna talk about something else. It seems that Glarry is, I guess they're just like perfectly happy being in their little lane, which is we're just gonna provide really cheap, inexpensive, like bottom level, entry level guitars, and they don't seem to be making any effort to move up from there to like make the guitars better quality. And maybe that's because they don't want the prices on the guitars to go up, because they want to have their niche, right? Where we are entry level, cheapest guitars you can get, whatever. But it is kind of disappointing that like you don't see them improving and coming out with better models. Yeah, they've had some different models, but the only real difference is like, well, maybe they put a darker pick guard and they had a different pickup configuration. And even that blue Strat that I tried like a little over a year ago, and they tried doing a 2 humbucker Strat without the pick guard, it left a lot to be desired on that. And I didn't exactly give it the most complimentary review, and the frets were really dirty. In fact, the frets on this one look way better than that one did. But still, like, no innovation, no real attempt to like elevate, to go up a notch, to come up with better stuff. So I guess they're just happy being where they are. And also, guys, I want to repeat again, I bought this on eBay. It was not sent to me from Glarry. I have not heard from Glarry since I did that last review of the blue Strat, and I said it was like not that great. So after that, yeah, never heard from them again. And in fact, I haven't seen like a whole bunch of YouTubers doing Glarry reviews recently. So it kind of makes me think that maybe they kind of pulled back on, you know, sending out free guitars for review. They seem to be doing a lot of it a couple of years ago, and maybe not so much now, or maybe not at all. But yeah, I bought it on eBay. 65 bucks, free shipping. Okay, let's plug it in, tune it up, and do a little shredding, if we can. Okay, well, you know, guys, normally I don't put the whammy bars in these really cheap, inexpensive guitars with the cheap bridges, but I thought, hey, this time, what the heck, $65 Glarry, I might as well put the whammy on there and whammy it and see what happens. Well, you saw what happened. When I first tried to pull on it, it was like stuck and it went click, and then, of course, everything went massively out of tune. So I'm gonna say what I always say. I do not recommend ever using these whammy bars on these cheap, inexpensive 6-screw bridges, because I just don't think they're ever gonna stay in tune. Now, the sound, the pickups. Yeah, it's gonna have, obviously, the most inexpensive pickups, wiring, pots, everything that they can get their hands on. That's the only way to keep the price down so low. So I don't expect it to sound like really good, really full or whatever, but it's okay. Playability was also okay. It would be much more playable once I take the time to check the straightness of the neck, adjust the truss rod if I need to, adjust the saddles, maybe shim the neck pocket if that needs to be done. If I did all that, it would actually play maybe halfway decent. Am I disappointed for 65 bucks? No, absolutely not. Because what this is, guys, this $65 cheapie strap from eBay, this is a fantastic modding platform. And that's the whole reason for getting these, I think. Because it's gonna take a fair amount of setup to get it into really good playing condition. And being that everything is the most inexpensive that you can get, yeah, these are like prime for upgrading into better guitars, better components, better pickups, all that kind of stuff. And I think that's what needs to happen with this guitar. And I'm really curious to see, guys, how far does this graphic extend on the rest of the body where it's covered up by the pickguard? Like, does the paint come all the way over here? And what's the route under the pickguard? Hopefully it's humbucker, single, humbucker. Because it would be really cool to just take the pickguard off and have more of that graphic and more of the paint, and then put a couple of pickups in there and maybe just not put a pickguard at all. But I don't want to do that because I've already got too many guitars and too many projects as it is. So I want to see what somebody else can do with this guitar. So I think I've decided, guys, I'm gonna give this guitar away to somebody. In fact, I'm gonna give it away right now to the first person that says they want it. Dude, I'll take that guitar. Well, that was fast. So guys, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what metal dude ends up doing with this guitar. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.